Hey guys, we're getting ready to head out to the Pontiac 40th anniversary in Pontiac, Michigan this year. And that's where I'm going to be delivering the Pops Fiero to its new owner. So right now I'm preparing the box that I will be putting the Pops Fiero in, because we're trying to give him a really nice gift box, just to get a really nice presentation to it so that he'll get the full high-end model experience, or as close as I can get to that. And I really just want to give the guy a nice presentation. So I saw a video by the Model Car Muse. He's got a great channel. I recommend you guys watch him. He's really good and very informative, very knowledgeable. So I'll leave a link to his channel in the description of this video. So I ordered, this is the box. It's a really nice gift box, magnetic seal. You open it up, the car's going to be in there. Now what I'm doing is, like he shows in his video, we're going to be making a multi-layered soft material interior for the box. This is packing foam. You can pick this up at any craft store. What we're going to do is we're going to line the bottom of the box with the foam, and then we're going to build it up layer by layer surrounding the car. This is my 1985 Fiero GT that we're using as a stand-in for the Pops Fiero. And we've already cut the lower layer. Basically, we're just cutting multiple squares the size of the interior of the box. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer this up, cutting the squares out in the shape of the car as it layers up around the car. That's going to give us a really nice, tight cocoon around the car that's going to keep it safe and prevent any movement which might cause damage. Okay, now, to measure out the interior of the box, I made a template, the size of the interior of the box, and very simple, made out of paper, and used that to cut out the squares. Now, then I went ahead and I made another template for the space which the car is going to occupy in the box. And now I'm lining that up. I've got it measured out, centered perfectly. We're at about 45 millimeters top to bottom here, and about 45 millimeters top to bottom here, so that we've got the car as centered as it's going to be within the box. And that's all very important to giving a really nice presentation, because you really want him to have a really good experience when he opens this up. And I know we don't give that much thought, but when you're building for somebody else, you really want them to be wowed when they open it up, and you really want them to appreciate the packaging and the way you wrapped it up, and let them know that you cared enough to really make it a nice experience for them just to open it. So now that I have my template, I have it taped to the seat. What I'm going to do now is just use my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to cut through the packing foam. Nice and slow. And we're just going to cut out the shape of the car. Now we may have to make a few adjustments here and there. After we're done, we're going to test fit it on the car and see if we have to do any more carving. This stuff cuts very easily. And we're going to do this a few times as we build up the layers on the car. And you want to cut neatly because you don't want any jagged edges. You really want it to look nice. When I build something for someone, I want the packing material that I send it in to be as nice as I can make it. I mean, paying good money for you to build something that they're really going to treasure. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's worth it to give them the full luxury treatment. Okay, so now we didn't cut through all the way here, so we're going to clean that up. Now, you don't have to worry about this being super thin here or here, as the box is going to brace all of that up. What you want to make sure is that your car will fit in there snugly, and that is perfect. Now, you see as I try to lift it up, I run into the mirrors. We'll be addressing that in the layers as we get to the mirrors. So we're going to keep doing this and cutting our templates out and getting everything ready, and you guys just hang out. Alright guys, as you can see, the car is now getting slowly surrounded by the packing material. So as you see, there is very little movement side to side. So it's going to be very nicely encased in this box. We're just going to keep going with this. Okay guys, we got everything finished up. We cut up everything we needed to cut up, and now I'm going to show you exactly what our finished result is. We have our box. I cut all of the individual pieces that I needed. Then once I cut them, I glued the 3 bottom ones together so that it's only one part, not all the individual parts. Just make life a little easier for the new owner. I placed, this is the antenna that I made for the car, and that's going to sit in the bottom of the box where it won't get lost. We insert the first 3 piece, which is now 1 part set. Oh, before I do that, I can show you here where I cut out the notches for the mirrors. That way we have plenty of clearance for everything on the car. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to install we have the lower section that the car sits on is already in the box. That's 1 panel. Then these 3 panels are glued together to become the second part. So part A is in the car, in the box. Part B goes in over part A. And then we put the car in. Again, we're using my car, not the Pop's Fiero, because, reveal is going to be at the Fiero 40th. You guys are going to have to wait. So, there's my car there. So now we take part C, which is cut to cover the body of the car from the nose to the taillights. It's actually cut in a little bit more, a little shorter, so that it comes up against the body as the taillights curve upward, so that way we don't have all that play in the back here. Now that's glued to the top layer, which is cut only to reveal the A and B pillars, so that now the car is securely held in place. No up or down movement, no forward and back movement, and very minimal side-to-side movement. The mirrors, as you can see, let's take a good look at the mirror placement here. Have their notches cut out so that they're not coming into contact with anything. And here we have the car secured. And then we're going to take the final layer, which is going to cover the entire car and has a notch cut in it to hold the rear deck lid, because I didn't want to put any stress on the wing by putting this part on top and then, you know, closing everything down. So I made a notch for the trunk in the top to hold it. This protects the wing, protects the rear deck lid. And as you remember, in this build, we put in, well, in the Pops Fiero, we held it in, we have the grills held in with magnets, so we don't have to worry about them falling off. On this one, they're probably going to fall off because I didn't put magnets on this car. This is my car, yeah. So there we have it. And this is going to be our presentation when the car is presented to its new owner. Now we're going to put a little label on there just to, or maybe in here, haven't decided exactly where. But the new owner is going to open the box. Going to remove the top layer, place that to the side. There you see your first glimpse of the car. Then you're going to remove layer number 2. I am going to cut a finger grip here just to make it a little easier to pull out. And here you have your car. And then you can just remove the car from the box, and your antenna is sitting on the bottom, and you can pull that out and display it on the car. And here we have our full presentation box for the Pops Fiero. There you go, guys. So now you can move it. You can turn it upside down. You can move it all over the place. And the grills on my car probably just fell off, but they won't on the Pops Fiero. Well, let's see if they did. If they didn't fall off, that means this is holding even better than I thought. Let's take a look. There we go. Nah, they fell off. I'm really going to put the magnets on mine too. So there we go, guys. That is thanks to Model Car Muse, how I will make my presentation boxes to every car that I build for a customer. What do you think, guys? Is it a nice touch? Let me know. Alright, guys, you saw how I put the entire box together. Now, Mrs. Onyx Fiero and her Cricut machine, which makes all these really cool dry transfers, went ahead and she made me the labels for the box. As this is the name on, this is what the license plate says. So I decided I'm going to name this car that, Dad's Heart. And I'm going to put that on there because that's what Greg requested. So apart from that, we have the Onyx Fiero scale models. Of course, we got to put that on there. And then when we open it up, we have Onyx Fiero scale models. So Mrs. Onyx Fiero did a really great job with this stuff, and it really gives the entire package a really pro model feel. Nice silver labeling. Just really is the icing on the cake here for this entire display. Open it up. Remove the top layer. Remove the second layer using our thumb notches so you don't have to dig in there. Then we can just pull the car out and we are ready to go. I want to thank the Model Car Muse because it's because of him that, and his video, which I have linked in the description, that I have created this gift box. Alright guys, that's it. It's off to Michigan to present this to Greg.